Lekutei moharan. Lesson number 33, the Rebbe's own words. Nachma, meuman. Who is the man who desires life, who loves days to see good? Number one, the rule is that one should seek peace, that there should be peace among Jews, and that there should be peace in each individual's midos, emotions, attributes, measurements. That is, there should be no difference in one's emotional reactions to whatever one is experiencing. There should be no difference to a person between pleasant experiences and distressing ones, but that one should always find God in them all. This is alluded to in Yud Kei Vav Kei, the divine name of mercy, whose word I praise. In Elohim, the name of judgment, whose word I praise. But how does one find God, whether in pleasantness and distress, by way of the torah, which is called peace? As the verse says, all her paths are peace. Also by way of the tzaddikim, nanach, nachman, meuman, who are called the covenants of peace. In this way, one is able to love peace in all situations, whether in pleasantness or distress. This also allows for the Jewish people to be at peace with each other and to love each other. Number two, but one must know that the world is filled with His glory, and that there is no place where He is not. He fills all worlds and surrounds all worlds. Even someone who is involved in business dealings with non-Jews cannot absolve himself by saying that it is impossible for him to serve God on account of the gross materiality that overcomes him due to his constant business interactions with them, as our sages have already revealed to us. In all material phenomena and in all foreign languages, one can find godliness, for without His godliness, they have no life and existence at all. As the verse says, you sustain them all. However, that life force and godliness is minimal and in extreme constriction. Only enough life force to sustain that thing and no more. This is because God contracted His godliness in many and various constrictive ways, from the primordial thought until the central point of the material world, which is the realm of the klipos, forces of evil. The more this process devolves downward and the constriction becomes greater, so is His godliness clothed there in that many more garments. Our sages revealed this to us and opened for us a doorway through which an intelligent person will be able to know and understand how His godliness and life force is within all material things. When they said totefos, signs in reference to tefil, and tat means two in Coptic, and Coptic, and pabababababat, oipas means two in African. With this, they taught that in all foreign languages can be found His godliness that sustains it, and this is the meaning of the Yerushalmi. If someone asks you where is your God, answer him in the great metropolis of Rome, as the verse says. To me he calls from Seir. The person who asked where is your God is certainly sunken in the realm of the klipos, for he has separated himself from the omnipresence and denied the essential truth. For by asking where is your God, he has expressed his belief that God does not exist where He is. Thus tell him, even where you are, sunken in the realm of the klipos, even there you can find His godliness, for He sustains everything, as written. You sustain everything, and from there you can bind yourself to Him and return to Him in complete repentance. He is not far from you, only that where you are, there are many concealing garments. The more a person progresses from level to level, the closer he comes to God and is able to know Him with deeper understanding. For the higher the level, the less the garments and the less the constrictions. One thus comes closer to God and is then able to love himself within God with great love, and is then able to love himself within God with great love. Number three, but there are two types of days, good days and bad days. As in, on a good day be happy, and on a bad day look out. This means that on bad days one should look very, very closely, for one will then surely discover the good day. within it, which is the Torah. For the days are called midos, measures, emotional attributes, as in the midah, measure of my days. And the measures are the Torah, since the entire Torah is the measures, emotional attributes of God, as we find the Torah, speaking about love and fear, and other attributes with the Torah. God created the worlds, as in the Torah was with him as an omaaiiinnn. Don't read this omaaiiinnn, one being nursed, but umaaiiinnn. Don't read omaaiiinnn, but woman. Don't read this omaaiiinnn, one being nursed, but oman, a craft. The letters of the Torah are what give life to every single thing that exists. That exists. Only that the lower the level, the more the letters of the Torah are constricted. They are at a higher level, and they don't shine as much as they do at a higher level, so that its light and life force are not bestowed beyond what is appropriate. Hence, even in the realm of the klipos, that is on the bad days corresponding to the negative attributes and the foreign languages, even there one can find Torah letters. However, due to the many concealing garments and the great constrictions, the letters of the Torah are not visible. That is, the good days are concealed by the bad days that cover them. However, by overcoming one's evil inclination, that is, the bad days, the negative attributes, the evil becomes completely confounded by the good days inheriting in it. And the Torah letters then become conspicuous and seen, shining that much brighter. And they were not shining that much, for they were not receiving light from above, so that the bad days would not draw more life force than they need to survive. But now that the evil is vanquished, the Torah letters remain alone and are then able to receive an abundance of light from above. Thus, by overcoming one's evil inclination, the bad days, when one then goes and speaks with non-Jews or observes their attributes, the evil that hovers above the good, the Torah letters is immediately eliminated and falls away. The Torah letters then become conspicuous, and one can then know the Torah embodied in that thing. This is the meaning of the Zohar. Bless God, his angels, the mighty ones who do his word. This refers to those who overcome the evil inclination. They are comparable to angels, literally, who do his word. Refers to those who create the word. To hear the sound of his word means that they merit hearing voices from above. This is based on the Torah being called a word, as in he commanded a word for 1,000 generations. However, the more the Torah letters are constricted, and clothed in more constrictions and garments, the more the Torah becomes hidden and concealed. And one who uncovers the Torah letters from their garments is as if he authored the Torah. For instance, the Torah letters that had been scattered and separated among the foreign languages, without anyone being aware of them, on account of the bad days that darkened them and concealed them. When this person, who resembles an angel of God of hosts, because he has overcome his evil inclination, the bad days, he comes along, the evil of the foreign languages, he is subdued and eliminated before him, thus leaving the Torah letters conspicuous. When they are stripped of their material garments, the foreign languages, the negative attributes, the bad days, these Torah letters then receive a greater light than they had been receiving until now. Initially, they only receive sustenance appropriate for the situation, so that they not be given more than appropriate, as written in the writings of the Arizal regarding until one cannot differentiate between cursed be Haman and blessed be Mordechai, that is, that one should draw sustenance to the klipos only to minimally sustain them and no more. In Purim 6, it is explained that one draw life force to the holiness hidden within the klipos, but must be careful to draw the life force with extreme constriction, which is the secret of getting drunk on Purim. But when the letters are stripped of the klipos, they then receive abundant light from above. This is who do his word to hear the voice of his word, meaning that they make and compose the Torah that was originally scattered and spread out among the foreign languages, negative attributes, the bad days. Then to hear the voice of his word, if they merit hearing voices from above. In other words, the word / the Torah receives abundant light from above, which is referred to as hearing the Torah. This is the concept of we will do and we will hear. First, the letters of the Torah must be done and composed so that they are conspicuous and become joined. Then we will hear, we will merit hearing voices from above, meaning that the Torah letters receive sustenance and abundant light more than previously when they had been concealed within foreign languages and bad days. Number 4, and it is known that in the Torah, the Midas attributes, the days, dwell as God's love, as we find in the Zohar. On by day, God instructs his kindness, which is love, is an eternal love. Do I love you? Therefore I have drawn kindness upon you, is a day that accompanies all other days, which refers to the Midos attributes. For the Midos measures are constrictions of his godliness, so that we are able to receive him by way of his traits, as written in the Zohar, so that they come to know him. For without his attributes it is impossible to perceive him. And on account of the love with which he loves Israel, and desires that they bind with him and love him with his love, specifically from this material world, he can see yield his godliness within the measures of the Torah. This is the concept of the 613 commandments. God assessed in his mind that by way of a certain commandments we would be able to perceive him, for which reason he constructed his godliness specifically within the 613 commandments. For instance, he assessed in his mind that the mitzvah of tefillin should be specifically in this way: 4 Torah sections, 4 compartments of leather, written and straps of leather. This was how he assessed things in his mind, that by way of this specific constriction we will be able to perceive him and to serve him. Therefore he did not instruct us to make 4 compartments of silver or gold, or for leather was what he assessed and measured by way of his love. For out of his love for the Jewish people he clothed himself in the measure of the Torah. Thus in each and every measure is the love with which God loves himself together with Israel. And whoever strips the Torah of its klipe, garments, by overcoming the evil inclination, becomes thereby closer to peace. As written, all her ways are peace. Now the Torah possesses 2 aspects, a manifest aspect, and a concealed aspect. This concealed aspect is the Torah of the Tikastimo, the hidden, concealed one that will be revealed in the future. At that time, when this Torah of the Tikastimo will be revealed, there will be wondrous peace in the world. As written, a wolf will dwell with a lamb and a leopard with a kid. They will do no harm or damage throughout my holy mounts. For the earth will be filled with knowledge of God. For then the love in God's mind will be revealed. Number 5, for there are 2 types of love. One is a love within days, as mentioned above. By day, God will instruct his kindness, the day that accompanies all days, meaning that on every day, that is within every single measure and attribute, there's God's love for Israel. This is love in action. But there's also love in potential. This is the love that existed between Israel and their Father in heaven before creation, when Israel was still only a thought in his mind. For instance, there is love of a father for his son. Anyone can understand this love, but the bonded love that exists between the Son and the Father when the Son is only in the Father's mind before birth, this bonded love we are presently unable to perceive. This is because we can presently only perceive within time and measure, and this love in the mind is beyond the time and space, and is not clothed in any garments. In the future, though, when the Torah of the Tikastimo will be revealed, and when the saying of our sages will be revealed, in the future the tzaddikim will point with the finger, as written, this is God, whom we anticipated. For then God will remove his garments, and the earth will be filled with knowledge of God as water covers the ocean. The love in the mind / the inner essence of the Torah / the godliness that dwells within the Torah. And the measurement and the measures / attributes will then be revealed presently. This garment conceals his godliness, the inner essence of the Torah, but when the inner essence, his godliness, will be revealed, peace will then be abundant. As in, they will not harm or damage throughout my holy mounts, for the earth will be filled with daya, perception, knowledge, for the love and das. The mind will be revealed. This is alluded to in there will be one day known as God's. Meaning that the love that is called day, as in by day God will instruct this kindness, will be revealed. This is the inner Torah that had been hidden, as in God saw that the light was good, as our sages said, that it was good to hide. For the world does not deserve to benefit from the light of this Torah. The Torah is also called good, and for I have given you a good inheritance. And is also called light, as in Torah is a light. And there are also tzaddikim, nanach, nachman, meuman, who are hidden and concealed because the world does not deserve to benefit from them. A tzaddik too is called good, as in proclaim the tzaddik, for he is good. And he is also called light, as in a light is sown for the tzaddik, when the hidden tzaddikim, nachman, meuman, and the hidden Torah will be revealed. Great peace will be revealed in the world, and all opposites will be reconciled, as in a wolf will dwell with a lamb. For then the love and das called one day known to God, which is the love and das, that is neither day nor night. The love that is above time and above measures will be revealed. Number 6, now the measures themselves, each one respectively, is an aspect of das. To the level below it, as our sages said, what wisdom makes a crown for its head, humility makes as a heel for its sandal. Hence the lowest level one in the world of Yetzirah. Formation is an aspect of das. For the world of asiya, actuality, doing of asiya below it. Thus one person's love of God within measure and time may be an aspect of the love and das that is above time for a person on a lower level than he. This is what our sages meant on the verse. For the lips of a priest will guard das, and they will seek Torah from his mouth. If the teacher resembles an angel of God of hosts, that is, if he overcomes his evil inclination, which makes him resemble an angel of God of hosts, as the Torah explains the verse, bless God his angels, almighty ones to do his word, as referring to those who overcome their evil inclinations. For by overcoming one's evil inclination, the Torah letters becomes conspicuous and are joined, corresponding to we will do and we will hear. For one makes and builds the Torah letters. Man merits hearing the voice of the Torah from above. Certainly from such a teacher, they will seek Torah from his mouth. Such a person certainly knows the Torah and is even able to collect the Torah letters from material things. So specifically, the lips of a priest will guard das. For a priest is an aspect of kindness. They will guard das means that through such a teacher will be revealed the love of das, which is for your present level, a love that is beyond time, which is one day known as God's. Number 7, and anyone can have a taste of the light of the love of das. Each person according to his level, even now within the days, by binding one's heart to one's das mind. Each and every Jewish person knows of God in a general way, though the wicked are under the dominion of their hearts. For the attributes and the days are encompassed by the heart, as our sages said. God desires the heart. And the essential thing is to focus one's heart on God, for the essence of the attributes is in the heart. Thus when one binds one's heart to one's mind, knowing of God in a general way, that his glory fills the earth, having a knowledge of the Torah, and subduing his heart to this knowledge, meaning that his heart is under his dominion, then the attributes of his heart also become encompassed within his mind. The attributes then receive the light of the love of das, and according to one's level, one sees and perceives the hidden light, the tzaddikim, nanach, nachman, meuman, the Torah that had been hidden and concealed from one until now, the art, the source of all the attributes, then receives the light of the love of das, the love that was in potential between God and the Jew, and the Jewish people before creation. This is alluded to in the verse. Who is the person who desires life? Desires refers to the heart. For desire is in the heart, life is an aspect of das. As in intelligence is a source of life for its owner. That is when one binds the heart to das, that one's heart is under one's dominion, that one has overcome one's evil inclination. Then according to one's level, one loves days. That is, one draws the love of das into the days and the attributes to see good. For one sees and perceives the light that was good but hidden. One perceives this light, the hidden torah and the hidden tzaddikim, nanach, nachma, meuman. I heard in the rebbe's name, nanach, nachma, nachma, meuman, that this lesson embodies all the Kabbalistic devotions pertaining to the lulav. I did not merit hearing the details of this idea, but after thinking about it, I found some connections. The essence of the Kabbalistic devotions for the lulav is to draw all the kindnesses into the chest and to shine them into the malchus. The shaking of the lulav is in order to draw light from the source of kindness in das into the kindnesses that spread. To the kindnesses that spread throughout the body, to shower upon them a great light from their source in dasi, the bezH lulav. It is also explained there that the devotion has to do with the verse. Yoimam, by day God will instruct His kindness, yoimam, not yoim, with an extra letter, alluding to 2 days. Alluding to the this is a day. It's days. It's days. Alluding that this. It's days. Alluding that this is a day that accompanies all days, and this is spoken about in the lesson in the rebbe's nanach, nachman, meuman. Some way by overcoming the evil inclination, one merits revealing love, which is kindness. The day that accompanies all days, that is love, which is kindness, is clothed within the divine attributes, and the love in das is above time and measure, and by way of binding one's heart to one's mind. One's heart comes under one's dominion, and then the attributes are able to receive the light of the love that is in das. All this is the Kabbalistic devotions of the lulav, which is to draw light from the source of the kindness into das, corresponding to the love in das and to the kindness in the body, which corresponds to the totality of the divine attributes. For in all of them is kindness, an aspect of love, and all this is in order to shine into the malchus, represented by the esrog, which in other words means revealing God's kingship to the entire world, to find His godliness, even in foreign languages, and in all material things, even in the realm of the klipis. And this is alluded to in His malchus reigns over everything. All this is accomplished by the tzaddik, nanach, nachma, meuman, who represents the lulav, which corresponds to the tzaddik, nanach, nachma, meuman, as a tzaddik who flourished like a palm tree, who overcomes his evil inclination. For on Sukkot we are involved with revealing His kingship to the entire world, even to the 70 nations. This is the secret of the 70 bowls that were offered on Sukkot. And this is why we recite after the lulav and the akafois circumambulations, circling the bima, the circumambulations, and the akafois, that all nations on earth know that God is the Lord, there is no other. And this is explained in this lesson at length. However, great delving is still needed to explain all the Kabbalistic devotions pertaining to the lulav based on this lesson. May God open our eyes in His torah so that we merit understanding the rebbe's nach, nachma, meuman, awesome and wondrous words and illusions. Lesson number 34, the Rebbe's own words. You shall be for me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the things that you shall tell the Israelites. It is written, disgrace has shattered my heart. Indeed, disgrace and humiliation break a person's heart. To heal this, one must bind one's heart to the points relevant to one's heart, specifically at that moment. In this way, the disgrace hovering upon one's heart is dissolved. I'm more kushali, the rest of the media. You can act the hunger and AC. We have this. Lagumaar me van klim, bis we bekje men gezag maak we worden zeggen. Nach, nachman, nachman, meuman, we zeggen alle lege son. Nu is kap, sam sal gike, het wordt even naïef, sam tam die